solder setup, because we're torching. You're going to need a couple of bench blocks. We're going to use them to straighten out a bit of wire. File. Some heavy duty cutters, because we're cutting some pretty heavy wire. Once we stack them all together, it's going to get really heavy, so you want a nice heavy duty cutter. We're using these Kiba cutters. Of course, all these tools can be found at theurbanbeater.com. A bow opening plier is what is going to help me split this open. Love these things. You know, when I first came into bow opening pliers, I just thought they were not the right things. Like, why would I ever want those? Well,
it looks like
I ate my words and bought them a week later after the rep showed them to me. Oops. Okay. A ring mandrel.
Thank you.
Leather mallet, of course, and then a jeweler's knife. Well, if you don't have a jeweler's knife, guess what? Get an old stainless steel butter knife. It works just the same. It's fine. In fact, I find these to be a little bit less dangerous. I feel like, you know, with a jeweler's knife, I just might stab myself in the hand, whereas this, not so worried. Okay. So first things first. Oh, and you'll need some 16 gauge wire and some 20 gauge wire to make your twist. I'm going to use a little bit of scrap today. Typically, I would take the 20 gauge wire and I would fold it in half and put it into my flex shaft to twist. But because I'm using scrap, I'm just going to take two pieces like so, put it into my, my flex shaft, and I'm going to crank it down and twist it from there. If you're using one piece and are folding it in half, you're going to need about, let me think about this. 7 inches makes about 13 to 14 inches of wire folded in half, because in essence you're making two wires, and since you're folding it in half, to twist it you need twice as much, right? Right. Okay. Then I'm going to pull out my parallel pliers. I'm looking around because I lost my glasses, but look, shocking, they're right here. All right. It's a daily struggle. Let's put it here. So I'm just putting this on my flex shaft and on some parallel pliers. I especially like parallel pliers for this. And we're going to twist. Just like so. As much or as little as you like, depending on how tight you want this twist to be. Okay? So just a little bit like that. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can see where I'm going with it. And of course you want the two twists to be similar, would be nice, so I guess I need to twist this just a little bit more. Notice I'm just churning slowly, not too much, because if you twist too fast and too much, it'll bind up. Put them back on your bench block.
Okay, because it's showing that it's still trying, but is Twitch working?
Oh, so much nicer. Look at that.
It's latent.
Okay.
It's completely
So remember, you want them to lay really nice and parallel to one another.
Then I'm going to stop here then. Okay. Should I just stop it? Post on there that, okay, looks like the internet connection is not working.
Because the better they are,
having internet connection issues, we will
the straighter they are, the easier it will be to solder.